Welcome to Plural Wordsmith 1. Plural are a word form for more than one thing. Let's go through the words. Credenda. A thing to be believed, an article of faith, distinguished from agendum, a practical duty. Polypuses. A tumor, usually with a narrow base, somewhat resembling a pear, found in the nose, uterus, etc., and produced by hypertrophy of some portion of the mucous membrane. Kerseys. A kind of coarse, woolen cloth, usually ribbed, woven from wool of long staple. Proscolices. An early larval form of a trematode worm, redia, a kind of larva, or nurse, which is prroduced within the sporocyst of certain trematodes by asexual generation. It in turn produces, in the same way, either another generation of rediae, or else cercariae within its own body, called also proscolex, and nurse, the act of illustrating, the act of making clear and distinct, education, also, the state of being illustrated, or of being made clear and distinct, in Appendix. Hydrozoons. One of the hydrozoa. Papules. A pimple, a small, usually conical, elevation of the cuticle, produced by congestion, accumulated secretion, or hypertrophy of tissue, a papule. Subgenera. A subdivision of a genus, comprising one or more species which differ from other species of the genus in some important character or characters, as the azaleas now constitute a subgenus of rhododendron. Sackfuls. As much as a sack will hold. Colriums. An application to the eye, usually an eye water. Stateswomen. A woman concerned in public affairs. Fogies. A dull old fellow, a person behind the times, over-conservative, or slow, usually preceded by old. Tenaculums. An instrument consisting of a fine, sharp hook attached to handle, and used mainly for taking up arteries, and the like. Echoes. A sound reflected from an opposing surface and repeated to the ear of a listener. Repercussion of sound, repetition of a sound. Dependencies. A territory remote from the kingdom or state to which it belongs, but subject to its dominion, a colony, as Great Britain has its dependencies in Asia, Africa, and America. Plural. One of the ventral processes of a vertebra, or the dorsal element in each half of a humeral arch, forming, or corresponding to, a vertebral rib. Actualities. The state of being actual, reality, as the actuality of God's nature. Cutlasses. A short, heavy, curving sword, used in the navy, a corruption of cutlass. Intervallums. An interval. Shindies. An uproar or disturbance, a spree, throw, a riot. Sensoria. The seat of sensation, the nervous center or centers to which impressions from the external world must be conveyed before they can be perceived, the place where external impressions are localized and transformed into sensations, prior to being reflected to other parts of the organism. Hence, the whole nervous system, when animated, so far as it is susceptible of common or special sensations. Actini. An animal of the class Anthozoa and family Actinid, from a resemblance to flowers in form and color. They are often called animal flowers and cyanones, one of the feeding or nutritive zoods of hydroid or coral. Chintzes. Cotton cloth, printed with flowers and other devices, in a number of different colors, and often glazed. Medially. The central column in the osseous cochlea of the ear. Ura. Hence, a department of public business requiring a force of clerks, the body of officials in a department who labor under the direction of a chief. Shopwoman. A woman employed in a shop. Birches. A tree of several species, constituting the genus Betula, as the white or common birch before alba, also called silver birch and lady birch, the dwarf birch before glandulosa, the paper or canoe birch before papyracea, the yellow birch before lutea, the black or cherry birch before lenta. Pygidia. The caudal plate of trilobites, crustacean, and certain insects of limulus and trilobite. Sureties. One who is bound with and for another who is primarily liable, and who is called a principal. One who engages to answer for another's appearance in court, or for his payment of a debt, or for performance of some act, a bondsman, a bail. Convicinities. Immediate vicinity, neighborhood. Incapacities. Want of legal ability or competency to do, give, transmit, or receive something. Inability, disqualification, as the incapacity of minors to make binding contracts, etc. Oculephs. One of the oculeph. Carbonari.
If you enjoyed this wordsmith on autonomy house education, please like, dislike, or subscribe if you'd like to see more. I appreciate your feedback and read every comment as this is a spare time hobby. Please be aware that implementing changes may be a gradual process. Autonomy channel contains updates and works in progress on all channels. Autonomy core channel contains general statistics and background information. Happy YouTube travels!